Hello students, today I am going to do GCE O-Level Examination Mathematics 1000 Short Question Series, Question Paper 38. 2 more papers to do. So this is also 1 hour paper. You get 25 short questions. So how many minutes you can spend? You can spend 2 minutes per question. And then last 10 minutes, you can check your answers. So this is also 25 and spaces are given. Try to answer within the space. So in the first page, you get questions 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And second page, you get questions 6 to 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Third page, 13 to 19, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And the last page, you get questions 20 to 25, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Let's do paper 38. Question number 1. What is the total amount should be paid for a loan of 40,000 rupees as taken for 3% monthly interest for 5 months? So the 3% monthly interest is given. So what's the total amount should be paid? So either you can find out the interest and then add it to that, or how can we find out straight away? So you can find out 40,000 rupees into 3% addition. So 3%, 103 over 100 into 5. That's for 1 month. And then for 5 months, you can multiply by 5. Or we'll do just 3% of that. That's the interest you are getting for 1 month. Multiplied by 5. This is the total interest for 5 months. So you get 4 times 3, 12, 12 times 5, 60, and then 2 zeros. So 6,000 you have to pay for 5 months. So what's the total amount? You have to add that. Total amount is equal to 40,000 plus 6,000. So 46,000 rupees. And you get 2 marks for this. Question number 2. Simplify. Look at carefully. You get first term, second term, third term, fourth term. So when you take first 2 terms, you can take 12.7 as common term. Take it out. You get 5.6 plus 4.4. What about this one? From these, you can take 7.3 out. So you get the same thing, 5.6 and 4.4. Now, you can add it and first write down 12.7 into 4 and 6, 10, 1 remaining. So 10 plus 7.3 into 10. You can multiply it by 10. Or you can take 10 now, that's common. 12.7 plus 7.3. So you get 10 here and 1 remaining, 10 and 1 remaining, 20. So 20 times 10, that's 200. So it's easy to calculate using factors. So 200 is the answer. So you get 2 marks for this. Question number 3. Find the value of A, B, C, D, E, F all these are angles here. This is this angle. All these angles are these. Now look at carefully this triangle. DFE, DEF. Sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So DEF is 180. Look at this triangle. ABC. That's also inside a triangle. So that's also add up to 180. So we need the total of all angles. You add these two. So you get A plus B plus C plus D, E, F is equal to 180 and 180, 360 degrees. So that's 360. So you get 2 marks for that. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 4. PQR triangle. PQR triangle is congruent to XPY. This triangle and this triangle. Both are congruent. PQR area is 96. So this area is 96. Find the length of XY. So if the two triangles are congruent, we can use the ratio. Ratios are equal. So this area is 96. So that means the area of PXY triangle is the same. 96 because both are congruent triangles. Congruent means you can keep the same triangle on top of the other. So if this is 96, so how can we find out the area? We know that's half times base into perpendicular height. If you take PX 12 as the base, XY is the perpendicular height. So that's equal to 96. You can easily find out the XY length. 2 times 6. So XY is equal to 96 divided by 6. 1 for 36, that's 6. So 16 centimeters is the length of XY. So you get 2 marks for this. Question number 5. Show that ABC triangle and ACD triangle are congruent. So look at this one. This length is equal to this length. So we'll take it and see. ABC triangle and ADC triangle. ACD or ADC. AD is equal to BC because it's given 8.2 centimeters. And AC is common. This is common. This is also right angle triangle. Both are right angle triangle. Hypotenuse and one side equal. So what's the situation? So these two are congruent. Because of right angle triangle hypotenuse side. RHS. Because this is a right angle triangle. So you get 2 marks to identify the correct case. Question number 6. Find the length of right angled ABC triangle. Find the length. So you have to find all lengths. So first we have to find x. Use Pythagoras theorem. X squared is equal to x minus 1 squared plus x minus 2 squared. Now expand brackets. X squared, first term squared, last term squared, and double of this one, 2 times minus x minus 2x. Same thing for this term. Expand it. First term squared, double of this minus 4x and square of the last term. That's plus 4, minus 2 times minus 2. Now simplify, take all terms to one side. So x squared get cancelled out. So you get 0 here. 1x squared minus 4x and minus 2x minus 6x. And 4 and 1, that's plus 5. Quadratic equation. So try to factorize this. You can easily do that using cross method. X squared means x and x. What are the factors of 5? But the middle term is minus 6. So both should be either minus or plus. When the middle term is minus means both the factors should be minus. So 3 and 2. Minus 2 and minus 3. No. 5. 5 and 1. 5 times 1. Both are negative. So you get minus 6. So you can write the factors this way. X minus 1 and x minus 5. If you can't do straight away, you have to split the middle term into 2 terms and do step by step. And you are getting the same factors. The product is equal to 0. That means either x minus 1 equals 0 or x minus 5 equals 0. So what are the values? X equals 1 or x equals 5. So those are the 2 values. So you get 2 marks for this. 1 mark for this factor and 1 mark here. But that's not the final answer. You can't get marks here. Find the lengths of right angle. So you have to find out the lengths to get the marks. This is just x. Can you get 1? 1 length is x minus 1. If you substitute 1 there, you get 0. So x equals 1 is not possible. Then only x equals 5. So you can find out the lengths. So what's AB then? AB is x minus 1, that's 4 centimeters. BC, x minus 2, that's 4 minus 2, 2 centimeters. And AC, AC is just x, that's 5 centimeters. 4, 2, 5. Those are the lengths. So AB equals 5 minus 1. BC equals, here this is 3, 5 minus 2. That's 3. And AC equals 5. So now you get 2 marks. So 2 marks to find out everything. Question number 7. Find the perpendicular height SR of trapezium PSRQ. How you find out that? So this is a right angle triangle. First you can find PR. Using PR again you can find out SR. So we'll use Pythagoras theorem and find PR. So PR squared is equal to 25 squared minus 20 squared. We'll use difference between 2 squared terms. 25 minus 20, 25 plus 20. So you get 5 times 45. 225. So what's 225? We know that's 15 squared. So PR becomes 15 centimeter. Now this is 15. That's the hypotenuse for this other triangle. Now we can find SR. Again use Pythagoras theorem. SR squared is 15 squared. That's hypotenuse minus 9 squared. Again we'll use difference between two square terms. Addition and subtraction. You get 24 times 6. 144. So that means 12 squared is 144. So what's SR? SR becomes 12 centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that, finding first PR, and then you can only find using Pythagoras again. Question number 8. Find the sum of the terms removed from the given arithmetic progression. 10, 17 are there. So these are the terms removed. So you are asked to find out the sum there. Now we'll see what's the first term. Now first you need to find out the difference. Difference is 17 minus 10, because this is a arithmetic progression. So that's 7. So what's the first term that's removed? 31 plus 7. 38. So starting from 38, then the next number adding 7. 45, like that. We don't know how many terms are there, but we know the previous term removed. 108 minus 7. That's 101. The last term is 101. Now easily we can find out the sum of terms. How you find out sum of terms? We need how many terms are there for that. So we'll first find n. So 101 is equal to first term 38 plus n minus 1, d is 7. So subtract 38 first. 3 and 6. In minus 1, 7. When you divide both sides by 7, you get n equals, in minus 1 is 9. So n becomes 10. So that means 10 terms are there. So n is 10. So what is the sum? S10. S10 is 10 over 2, first term and the last term. First term is 38, last term is 101. 2 times 5 here, 5 times 139, 5 times 9, 45, and 5 times 3, 15, plus 4, 19, 1 remaining, 5 times 1, 5 plus 1, 6. So sum of 10 terms, they are removed. 10 terms is 695. So you get 2 marks there. Question number 9. Ravindu bought 8 pencils worth 3 rupees and 50 cents each and 8 pens with 6 rupees and 50 cents each. Find the total amount he had to give. So the total becomes 8 times 350. So that means 8 into 3 rupees and 50 and 8 pens with 650. So 8 pens with 650. So that's the total. Here 8 is common, you can take it out and write down 3.50 plus 6.50. We are using factors. Factor method. 8 times. What's the addition here? 5 and 5, 10. And here 6 plus 3, 9 plus 1, 10. So 10 times 8, 80. So the sum of money for the whole thing is 80 rupees. So you get 2 marks for this. Question number 10. Area of the triangle is 1/3 of the area of the rectangle. So find h. So you can create an equation. Area of the triangle. So what is area of the triangle? Half into base is 6 and the height is h. That's equal to 1/3 of area of the rectangle. So what's the area of the rectangle? Length into width. 12 into 6. That's an equation. You can solve it. 2 times 3, 3 times 4. So 3h equals 24. 6 times 4, h becomes 24 divided by 3. That's 8. So this is in centimeters, so 8 centimeters. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 11. ABCD is a parallelogram. It's already marked. AB equals BF. These two lengths. Find the value of A. This angle. So look at carefully and see. If this is A, this is A. Alternate angles are equal. And what else we can write? If this is 120, this whole thing is 120. Opposite angles of a parallelogram is equal. If this is 120 and this is 40, so what is this angle? 120 minus 40. 80 degrees. Now what else we can do? If this is 80, these two lengths are equal, isosceles triangle. This is also 80. You can find A value. So what is A? 180 minus 2 times 80. So A is equal to 180 minus 2 times 80. So 180 minus 160. So these all are degrees. So this is 20 degrees is the A value. So 2 marks for that. Question number 12. Mithaya gave 3/8 of sweets she had to her sister. 1/5 of the remaining number gave it to her brother. She was left with 16 sweets. How many sweets she had before? So 3/8 given to her sister. 1/5 of the remaining. So what's the remaining amount first? We can find out remaining part is 1 minus 3/8. 1 you can write 8 over 8. And when you subtract, that's 5/8. Remaining part is 5/8. From 5/8, 1/5 given to her brother. So what's the fraction given to brother? 1/5 of the remaining 5/8. So that means 1/8. So 1/8 given to her brother, 3/8 given to her sister. So what's the total amount given? 3/8 and 1/8. That's 4/8. When you simplify, that's half. So half already given. So what is the remaining amount now after giving to her sister and brother? The remaining amount is also half. remaining. Also half. 1 minus half means half. It says the remaining number of sweets are 16. So half means 16. So what is the full amount? 2 parts. You need to multiply this by 2. So how many sweets she had before? So 2 parts. So total number of sweets, that means 2 times 16, 32 sweets she had. So 2 marks for that. Question number 13. A cyclist traveled 3 hours with 75 kilometers per hour speed and 2 hours with 65 kilometers per hour speed. Find the average speed. So how you find out the average speed? Average speed is equal to total distance traveled over the total time. So what's the distance? Speed and time is given. So how you find out the distance? Distance is equal to speed into time. So we can first find out the distance for 3 hours. 75 times 3. What about the distance for 2 hours? 2 times 65. That's the total distance. What's the total time? 3 hours and 2 hours. Altogether 3 plus 2. Now simplify. 3 times 75. 225. 65 times 2. 130. Divide by 5. So add it together. You get 5, 5 and 3. Divide by 5. You get 7 and 1. So 71 kilometers per hour. That's the average speed. So 2 marks for that. Question number 14. 5/6 of the height is filled with water in a cuboid. Cuboid with length 72 centimeters, width 50. So what's the height of water? It says 5/8. So we don't know the height. 5/8 of the tank. Cuboid can be filled when adding to 27 liters of water. Find the height of the cuboid. So the remaining part is 27 liters. How we find out the remaining part? So 5/8 already filled. So what is the remaining part? Remaining part is, full part is 1 minus 5/6. So you can write this one 6/6. That's 1/6. So here 1/6 means 27 liters. So we can find out the full capacity and divide by this, or we can first find what about the amount of water, that's 5/6 of the whole thing, or we can find what is 5/6. 1/6 means 27 liters. So we need to find out the full volume, the capacity of water. That means 6 parts. So 6/6. So the capacity of the tank is 27 times 6. So what's the value? You get 42 and 12 plus 4, 8. 12 plus 4, 16. 162 liters is the capacity of the tank. Now we need to find out the height of the cuboid, not the height of water. So capacity is here in liters. So you have to convert to cubic centimeters. So what's the relationship? 1000 cubic centimeters is 1 liter. So we have to multiply by 1000. 162,000 cubic centimeters is the capacity of the tank. So what is the height of the cuboid? This is equal to length into width into height. I'll put another letter x because h I took as the height of water. So x becomes 162,000 divided by 72 and 50. 0 get cancelled out. Divide by 5. 5 times 3, 15. 5 times 2, 10. 4. 3,240 with 72. What's that? 4? Not 4. So we'll divide by 8 and see. 8 times 9. 8 times 4, 32. For 40, that's 5. Now we can divide by 9. 9 times 4, 36. And then for you get 45, that's 5. 45 centimeters is the height of the cuboid. So you get 2 marks, 1 mark for this and 1 mark for the method. Question number 15. If x plus 4 is one factor of x squared plus 7a plus a, find the remaining factor and find the value of a. How you find out that? So one factor is given x plus 4. You can easily find out the other factor. We have to focus the middle term, plus 7. And all are pluses. So definitely this should be plus. So how you get x squared? X and x. To get 7, what should be this value? So 4 is already there. This should be 3. Because 4x and 3x, you get 7x. So this is the other factor, x plus 3. So what is a? A is the constant term you are getting when you expand. You get x squared plus 4x and 3x, 7x, 4 into 3, 12. So this is equal to this. So what is the a value? A value is 12. So you get 2 marks for that, finding the factor and finding the a value, 1 mark each. Question number 16. A person sleeps 8 hours per day. How many hours he will be awake when he gets 60 years old? 8 hours per day. So, hours awake per day. Is per day. 8 hours sleeping. So, 24 hours per day. So, 24 minus 8, that's 16 hours awake per day. So, this is per day. What about for 60 years? And we can find out the fraction. Fractional part for a day. So, fractional part for a day is 16 hours awake for 24 hours. Divide by 4, you get 4 and 6. Divide by 2 again, 2/3. 2/3 per day awake. So, what about when it comes to years also? from years, you can take the same fraction. So how many years awake? How many days? And it says how many hours awake. So first we'll find 2/3 of 60. That means in years. 3 times 20. So 40 years awake. 40 years. If you want how many hours, you can multiply by what? So you have to multiply by per day 24 hours and 365 days for 1 year and multiply by 40. But as a whole, we can say 40 years of hours awake here. Otherwise, you get a large number. So we are writing how many years awake, that's 40 years. So you get 2 marks for this question. Question number 17. The sum of 1 plus 2 plus 3 like that up to 100 is 5050. What is the sum of 0.1, 0.2, 0.3? So all the numbers divided by 10. So we can write 1 plus 2 plus 3 up to 100 is 5050. I'm dividing everything by 10. So I have to do the same thing here. So what I get, each number you have to divide by 10. So 0.1 plus 0.2 plus 0.3 up to 10. This is divisible by 10. So 505. So that's the total. Easily you can find out the sum by dividing the answer by 10. So 2 marks. Question number 18. So you have given product which surds is equal to A minus B. So you are asked to find out that value. So what can you see about this? Same surd value, one is positive and the other one is negative. Difference between two square terms. So can you remember that A squared minus B squared is equal to A plus B and A minus B. So we can use that one. So other way around. So this side is given and you are asked to find this. So what's that? First term squared minus second term squared. That's the answer. So what's root 5 squared? Root 5 into root 5, root get cancelled out, you get 5. This one you get 2. So 5 minus 2 is equal to A minus B. That means A equals 5, B equals 2. So what's the value? That's 3. 5 minus 2, you get 3. So that's an easy one. You get 2 marks. Question number 19. PQRS is a rectangular shaped land. Find the locus of a point W to dig a well which is equidistant to PQ and PS. PQ and PS. And 2 meters away from SR. Using your knowledge in loci. So what are the important 4 loci points you need to know? You need to know equidistance from a point. That's a circle. Then we did equidistance from 2 points. That's a perpendicular bisector. Then equidistance from 2 lines adjacent like this. That's the angle bisector. And the last one we did equidistance from a line. That's parallel line above and below that line. So those are the 4 loci points you need to know. So which one is we are using now here? Equidistance to PQ and PS. That means two lines are given. So PQ and PS. So you have to draw the angle bisector. So what you do? You take the compass. You draw an arc here and then take the compass and find out the angle bisector. So we'll see. This is our angle bisector. Think about that. This is 45 and 45. Then what's the next step? 2 meters away from SR. SR is a line. So which one we are using now? We are using parallel lines. So you have to draw a parallel line to SR. That's 2 meters away. So this is 8. So 2 meters we can say somewhere here. So that's a parallel line to SR. Now where's the well? So W is the intersecting point of these two lines. So that's the well. So you have to show all loci lines. So angle bisector, you will get 1 mark. And finding the position with the parallel line, 1 mark. So 2 marks for this question. So that's question number 19. Question number 20. ABCD is a square. Midpoints of AB and AD are E and F respectively. Already marked. Show that AEF triangle, this triangle, and BEG triangle both are congruent. Can you see this? So we'll take this triangle and the other triangle, this one. AEF triangle and BEG triangle. We know that AF is equal to BE because this is a square. So midpoints also the same distance. So this is equal to this. So this is equal to this. So this is equal to this. And this angle is 90. Here also 90. FAE angle is EBG angle, that's 90 degrees given. And also we can see this angle is equal to this angle. Opposite angles are equal. FEA angle is equal to BEG angle. This is opposite angles. So these two triangles are opposite angles are equals. So we can say these two are congruent. What's the case? This is angle, angle and side. AAS. Angle, angle, side. So these two are congruent. So 2 marks. So what are the cases of congruency? Can you remember? We did several. Side, side, side. Side, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. And what's the other one? We did RHS, right angle triangle, hypotenuse side. So remember all 4. Those are the cases of congruency. Question number 21. 920 meter length train takes 48 seconds to pass a bridge with length 280 meters. Find the speed of the train in kilometers per hour. So that means there's a train. Think about it. This is the train. And this is the front. And this is the back side. So 920 meters. And here, think about, this is the bridge. So it will take to pass a bridge 48 seconds. So what's the length of the bridge? 280. So this is the bridge, 280 meters. So passing the bridge means what should be, where should be the train now? The end point should be here. So this is here. So this is the engine. So that means from here to here, this is the total distance traveled. So the length of the train is 920 meters. So the total distance traveled with the total time is the speed. So everything given in meters and seconds here. First we'll find out the speed in meters per second and then convert. So what's the total distance traveled here to here? We have to add these two. So that's 0, 10 and 9 plus 2. And this is 12. 1200 meters. So we can find the speed of the train is 1200 meters per 48 seconds. So you have to divide by 48. So what's the value? We can divide by 4, 12 and 300. So 12 times 2, 24. And for 60, that's 5. 25 meters per second. How we convert to kilometers per hour? What's the conversion? What's the short method to convert? We did this before. Meters per second to kilometers per hour, we have to multiply by 18/5. If you do other way around, you have to switch the two terms, 5/18. So we'll multiply this by 18/5. 5 times 5, 18 times 5, 90. So 5 times 8, 40 and 4, 90 kilometers per hour. So this is not from Sri Lanka because here our trains are very slow. 90 kilometers per hour. So maybe an electric train. So that's the answer. So 2 marks for this question. Question number 22. Solve the quadratic equation. 2x minus 3 squared is equal to 81. So don't try to expand this. So we'll take the square root. We need to get rid of this square term. Take square root both sides. So you get 2x minus 3 square root of 81. What's square root of 81? 9. But when you are taking 9, you can take either plus or minus 9. So we'll take plus or minus. So 2 solutions are getting. So first one, take with positive 9. Second one, you can take negative 9. Now solve. This is a linear one now. We converted quadratic one to a linear. So 2x equals 9 plus 3, 12. Divide by 2. X equals 6. Here what you get? 2x is minus 9 plus 3. You get minus 6. Divide by 2. You get minus 3. So what are the solutions for this? Either x equals 6 or minus 3. So you get 2 marks. 1 and 1. Question number 23. 4x squared plus 24x plus 27 is equal to, factors are given, 2x plus 3 and 2x plus 9. When x equals 10, the value of expression is 667. Using that, write 667 as a product of prime factors. So we can substitute and see what happens. Substitute x equals 10. 2 times 10 plus 9. What you get here? First multiplication according to Bodmer's. 10 times 2, 20. 20 plus 3, 23. 10 times 2, 20. 20 plus 9, 29. And we'll substitute 10 here. 4, 10 squared. That's 100. 24 times 10 plus 27. So what you get? 400 plus 240 plus 27. When you add it, you get 7, 6 and 6. Now can you see? 667 is equal to 23 times 29. Those are two prime numbers, 23 and 29. So that's a product of prime factors. That's equal to 667. So you get 2 marks for that. Question number 24, probability question. A and B are two mutually exclusive events. What are mutually exclusive means? No intersection, two separate events. Find the relationship between the union and PA and PB. Can you remember? When you draw the Venn diagram, if the two events are mutually exclusive, you can draw the two events separately. There's no intersection. So union, straight away you can find out the addition of these two. So we can find out the union as PA plus PB. Or you can use the formula. What's the formula? Union formula is PA plus PB and subtract the intersection. But there's no intersection, so this becomes 0. You can get the same thing. So that's the addition. Now the second part, it says find the union when PA equals 3 over 10 and PB is 1/5. So you can just add the two fractions. 3 over 10 and 1 over 5. Convert to the same denominator, that's 10. You get 2 times 1, 2. So 5 over 10, or simplify and you get half. So that's the probability of getting A or B. So 2 marks. Question number 25. In y equals x plus 2 and x minus 4 quadratic graph, write down the equation of axis of symmetry. How we find out the axis of symmetry? So if you know the x-intercepts, either this way or the other way, if you know these two values, the axis of symmetry is in the middle. How you find out the middle value? You can add and divide by 2. So if this is A, this is B, the axis of symmetry is A plus B divided by 2. We can use that property. So the product is 0 means what are the solutions when y equals 0? When y equals 0, those are the x-intercepts. So you can get x plus 2, 0 or x minus 4 equals 0. So that is x equals minus 2 or x equals 4. So those are the two intercepts. This is minus 2 and 4. How we find out the mid value? So we add and divide by 2. So that's the mid value. So what is the axis of symmetry? Axis of symmetry is minus 2 plus 4 divide by 2. 4 minus 2, 2. 2 divided by 2, that's 1. So x equals 1. So what's the minimum value? So minimum value always on the x axis. The minimum value is always on the axis of symmetry. So axis of symmetry is x equals 1. So substitute to the equation and you can find out the y value. So the minimum y value is when x equals 1. So substitute 1 plus 2 1 minus 4, 3 and minus 3. Minus 9 is the minimum value. How do you know this is a minimum value? The positive x squared. The coefficient of x squared is positive, you get a minimum value. So the minimum y is minus 9. So you get 2 marks for that. So 1 mark for writing down the axis of symmetry and 1 mark for writing down the minimum y value. Now this is the last question. So 25th question, last question in your paper. So make sure that you do all 25 questions within 1 hour and then check my video to see whether your answers are correct.